A very good evening to one and all present. We welcome you all to the launch of Vision 2035 and dedication of Anusandhan Kendra 3 and 4 by the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. I request our Vice Chancellor, Professor S. Vaidya Subramaniam, to welcome the Venerable Assembly.
Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, revered Chancellor of Shastra, full-time Director and CFO of Gates Technology, faculty colleagues, special invitees, members from the district administration, friends from the print and electronic media, student friends, and all those who are watching this event live online as well. A very good evening to all of you. I am extremely happy to welcome the Honorable Governor to Shastra Deemed University on behalf of the management, on behalf of the staff, students, on behalf of the people of Thanjavur, and on my personal behalf to this institution. And his visit at this point of time is so appropriate because it is a celebratory coincidence of confluencing timelines that the institution is witnessing at this point of time. 40 years of the institution as it started as Shanmugha College of Engineering in 1984, and 25 years of Shastra as a university as it became one in 2001, is this converging timeline that makes this event so appropriate. And when we ask the question ourselves, what could be a good platform to begin the celebration of this confluence, our mind pushed back to the formative years of this institution. When we were affiliated to the Bharatidasan University, at that point of time, again one great academician who was the Vice Chancellor there, Dr. Jnanam, he gave a very profound advice which I learned from my predecessors, that when you start an affiliated college, please make sure that it becomes a university, because a character of a higher education institution is complete only if it is composite in its character. It cannot be just a single disciplinary university as an engineering college. Please think of becoming a university. And moving further, when we had Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam as the head of the DRDO and the principal scientific advisor visiting us in 1998, when we had a small production center as part of a mechanical engineering facility, his advice was, why so small a facility? Think big, have a bigger facility, and that's how we created the advanced manufacturing facility. And with all those facilities and no looking back on the academic milestones that we crossed in 2001, we became a university. And after becoming a university, we told ourselves we are no longer going to be a teaching institution, but a research center as well, and that is why when we established the first research center, the Center for Nanotechnology and Advanced Biomaterials, by the time Dr. Kalam became the President of India, and he came here to inaugurate that center, and before that also inaugurated the center in Kumbakonam, thereby also telling us that it is not only engineering but sciences is also something that you have to do, because the Kumbakonam center was in honor of the great mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. And that time during that visit, we distinctly remember that if it is just one research center that I am coming here to inaugurate, the next time I should see a lot of such research centers. And true to his words, when he came back again in 2014, saw the research centers, and that's when we had the blueprint for our Vision 2025, which was released by Dr. Kalam in 2015 April, and that actually laid down the roadmap for the transformation that we saw in the last decade, explaining the various progress that this institution has made. The reason that I am highlighting all of this at this point of time is that we had people of that stature to ask the right question to us, and we internalized ourselves into working teams to provide answers that can provide these progressive milestones for the institution to proceed further. And now we are here at the crossroads of this confluence, year 2024 almost coming to a close. There is another question. But the person who has asked the question is different. It is our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has asked the question that if we have to create Vikshit Bharat, what is going to be the role of higher education institutions? As somebody who has closely observed the evolution of higher education at the global level, having spent my time seeing a lot of literature, there is always this reference to Harvard, Stanford, Caltech, Oxford, Cambridge, despite the fact that we had our own centers of excellence in the past. Now the question that we ask ourselves, if 10 years from now, history has to record the evolution of higher education at a global level, what will be the contribution of India in that type of a global landscape that is dedicated for higher education? And that is the larger question that we have to answer in the next 10 years that Shastra will be entering into, because that is the perfect pedestal for our institution when we celebrate our 50th year in 2035. It is with this backdrop we formed a lot of working teams, made sure that the Vision 2035 document refreshes our past, realizes the status quo present, and reimagines the future as the institution progresses its march for the next 10 years. And I'm extremely happy that we have amidst us the Honorable Government to release the Vision 2035 document, because we see in him an intellectual leader who has the capacity to also give words of wisdom that can build the institutions of our time to achieve greater heights as we move forward. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome take this opportunity to also welcome Mr. Jairam Sampath, the whole-time director and CFO of the CEO of Cambridge Semicon, other distinguished guests, my faculty colleagues, student friends. I am extremely happy that I am welcoming you for this momentous occasion, which not only is going to lay down the roadmap for our institutional progress through this Shastra Vision 2035 document, but just before we entered this, all the Honorable Governor also dedicated those two amazing research facilities to the nation, thereby making that research quadrangle complete in terms of the multidisciplinary efforts that we are trying to put in place to make sure that this Shastra University is a composite university that offers high quality teaching, training, research and consultancy, thereby enriching lives and livelihoods to learners from different parts of the geography that come into this remote village in Thanjavur. With this background, I welcome all of you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request our revered Chancellor, Professor R. Sethuraman, to felicitate the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu with a token of our gratitude. Let's now take a look at an audiovisual presentation on Shastra.
Come to master technologies that drive engineering. Come to experience programs that equip you with the skills that matter in the real world. To a place where diverse perspectives drive imagination through groundbreaking research. Come to be at the forefront of discovery that shapes the future of science and technology. Come to learn, create, and innovate. Code the future that you dream. Come to push the boundaries and be your own boss. Come to a place that shapes you, trains you, and brings out the best in you. Come to Shastra to experience class and to be a leader.
Started in the year 1984 in a sleepy rural village of Tanjavur, Shastra today in 2024 is testimony to what transformation can bring to change the life and livelihoods of many learners and the immediate society. The various milestones that the institution has achieved, beginning from the recognition from the Tamil Nadu state government, the approval from the All India Council for Technical Education, the accreditation from NBA, the first institution of this type to get accredited, then becoming an autonomous institution, then becoming a deemed university in 2001, establishing various research programs, research centers, new programs transcending engineering to also include management, law, sciences, humanities, education. Shastra is truly a composite and comprehensive university that has added significant value to various learners from different parts of the country. The contribution of Shastra in the teaching, learning and research ecosystem has been phenomenal in the last 40 years, making it an institution that one should be proudly associated with.
Established in 1984, Shastra has consistently pushed the boundaries of education. Shastra is a beacon of excellence with deep traditions focused on creating a brighter future. A premier institution of the country renowned for quality education, research, innovation and empowering the next generation.
Connecting with Shastra is connecting with success. Welcome to Shastra and stay connected with us.
Shastra exceeds your expectations in every step of the way. From high-tech equipments to world-class faculty, be a part of unparalleled learning experience. With a focus on holistic development and transformative educational environment, Shastra makes sure that you come out as an achiever.
State-of-the-art infrastructure and modern facilities create an excellent learning environment. Well-equipped labs and research facilities at Shastra are essential for academic success.
Whether you're developing software, designing cutting-edge hardware, or exploring AI, you'll gain the skills to lead in today's tech-driven world.
There is a need to build capacity in emerging technologies. Artificial intelligence, bio-nanomaterials, cyber-physical systems, digital manufacturing, electronics manufacturing, energy and environment, making this A, B, C, D, E demand more visible, and our efforts to build capacity in these emerging technologies will always be unabated.
Focus on research and development has given me the opportunity to contribute to groundbreaking life projects and be at the forefront of technological advancements.
The Shastra Hub for Research and Innovation is a magnificent edifice constructed over 4.5 lakh square feet, housing various research labs of multidisciplinary nature, technology business incubators, and various central instrumentation facilities. The quality of what that happens here is truly world class.
Here, we turn ideas into impactful solutions. The support and resources available in Shastra are incredible.
To scale entrepreneurship and to also get a feeling of being one's own boss, the 3 incubation centers at Shastra is a fertile ground where new ideas are tested to build successful prototypes and move further to build large enterprises.
university's engineering programs are designed to foster innovation, critical thinking, and hands-on learning, with a strong emphasis on interdisciplinary education, cutting-edge research, and industry collaboration. These programs prepare students to tackle real-world challenges. The law school at Shastra stands tall among the country's premier law schools, offering a rigorous and interdisciplinary professional education. Designed with a comprehensive curriculum, the law programs prioritizes public service with a commitment to diversity within the legal profession. The School of Management at Shastra nurtures business leaders for a better world through the highest of values. The management program is designed to provide collaborative, creative, and entrepreneurial education to future business leaders.
More than a university, Shastra is your launchpad for a successful career. Strong industry connections and a dedicated placement team will help you land the job of your dreams.
The impressive placement record at Shastra is because of Shastra's merit-based admission policy. True to its tagline, think merit, think transparency, think Shastra. Shastra students will always have a competitive edge over the rest when it comes to campus placements. Student life at Shastra doesn't stop with academics. It goes beyond that. Life at hostel, the cultural activities, sports, the festive buzz in the campus, all this makes Shastra students' life very special. Leadership in education to achieve progressive sustainability, Shastra Leaps, is the guiding model of Shastra through its integrated approach towards teaching, training, research and consultancy, and its constant effort to achieve excellence makes Shastra one of the progressive and premier universities in India. 40 years of Shastra is a reason to celebrate. The next 10 years is for the institution to celebrate as we approach to 50 years of Shastra, which will be a significant landmark in the historical annals of this institution.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to witness the MOU exchange between Kaynes Technology and Shastra, spearheaded by Shri Jairam P. Sampath from Kaynes Technology and Professor S. Vaidya-Subramaniam from Shastra. I now request Shri Jairam P. Sampath, Whole-Time Director and CFO, Kaynes Technology, to put forth the special address. Please, sir.
the most respected Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, all my friends. It's a very small Sanskrit shloka which says, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. So all the teachers here, I don't think not only include the professors here, but also the students. Because the biggest teaching comes from peer group. So biggest influences on people's attitudes are their friends. So on that note, I would like to just say a few words about our company. There's something about 1980s. So we will also be shortly in 2028 completing 40th year. Just like Shastra is and from what I see here and what I hear about your great organization, you have achieved a lot and a lot more to achieve, right? I'm also told that the biggest of the trees, the seeds are the smallest. So our company started in 1988, promoter, founder, Mr. Ramesh Kannan. He came out of college just like most of you will get out of college some point in time. And he wanted to do something on his own, and he, of course, we had the advantage of Last and Tubro and Wipro, etc. being there nearby. So they had some program to encourage entrepreneurs. So this was a very small assembly unit, of which he was the supervisor, he was the worker, he was the manager. It was in his home. He used to take components and assemble and then deliver. So in the beginning, probably people would have thought, what is this industry is setting up? But actually that attitude, that hands-on approach has actually brought us today. Today we are a 3,000 crore sales company. We are respected by most of the stakeholders, whether it's government, the Honorable Minister for IT, Electronics and Railways, Vaishnoji actually mentioned our name in one of his key addresses in the technology, much to our surprise. Investors like us, our customers love us. We have 250 odd customers. So what has made this journey possible? This journey is possible because of not just one person, but lots of people who joined, like such as people sitting here. So I think one of the messages that I would like to, so today we are an integrated EMS player, integrated electronic manufacturing services player, and all those things that we showed in the video, fortunately we have started using those, whether it's an AGV, whether it's a robotic, whether it's a semicon assembly, whether it's a service mount technology, whether it's design systems, whether it is PCB design, all of it we have actually done. And we were a little ahead of our time because we didn't have resources, but somehow we made space for all of this technological development. And so today we are an integrated EMS player, and obviously we are doing more than what our capacity permits us, right? And that's how I think everybody in India should do. And so we are in FY28 we will complete our 40th year, and with everybody's blessings and God's grace, we probably do $1 billion turnover there. And so one of the things that I want to leave a message here, very important message, that India has come of age. So there is no requirement for us to be defensive about working in India, being in India, doing business in India, and so on. I can, without any qualification, without any fear, I can state this, that India is the most influential nation on earth today. We have the best governed banks. We have the best governance system. We have most of the governments, whether it's state government or the central, we are now looking up towards investment. Actually, India has come together at the right time. When the rest of the world is in strife, they are not knowing whom to select as president, some people don't know whom to fight with. India is getting its act together. So this is the time when we can actually take leadership, and the people sitting here are the biggest resource that India has. We don't have money, right? No, but actually we have a lot of money, by the way. Because we have 140 billion people, even though per capita income is low, we have plenty of investment opportunities also given. So India's time has come. India is a large consumer. India's intellectual property is pretty high. Thanks to all those things subliminally happening, people silently doing their work, great institutes such as Shastra and other companies. So India's time has come. It is going to be worthwhile working in companies in India. it will create wealth for you guys. One of the messages they always tell people is don't work for a salary. Work to create wealth, either for yourself if you want to, or for others. Create wealth for the country. And that's possible today. Now, one of the important, let's say, tools for doing that is to be ahead of technology. 40 years ago, India imported old dyes and made ambassador car and some premier car, etc. Right? Very old generation cars. We paid actually good money to buy old equipment. Not so today. Today we are talking about companies setting up state-of-the-art facilities. So today, 1 rupee we spend, it's actually at the highest edge of technology. So today, in Semicon, for instance, Game Semicon, my colleague Raghu heads this particular thing. We have exceeded our abilities. Actually, the capex in Game Semicon is roughly about 8 times more than the total gross capex of our existing company. We are bringing the latest generation of assembly. Our objective is to stand head to head, shoulder to shoulder in front of the Taiwanese and Japanese and of course Chinese and everybody else. We start humbly, we start by learning what it is. We start with simple legacy packaging, and we actually will conclude with advanced packaging, including co-packaged optics. There are lots of technological advancements that happen. We take advantage of the technology leapfrog that has happened in the industry. So today when we buy this equipment with whatever capex that we have, we actually come at the top end of the spectrum. And we also have decided to put in a plant, most probably it is in Tamil Nadu, the PCB board fabrication, high density interconnection board fabrication, which is typically the province of South Koreans and Taiwanese and Israelis and Germans and Americans, right? So we are going to put right here in this state, this facility. And so that's also going to be very, very high end. So the lesson of all this is that we must aim for the best, because today everything has come together for us. You will not have this window of opportunity after 10 years. After 10 years, our other countries will take over. Technology is a very fast race. So make the best out of these particular things and make sure that, of course, a little bit about our collaboration with Shastra. See, what I see here today is something was not available 20, 30 years ago. We did have centers of excellence, we did have large institutions, etc. But this industry and academies of excellence coming together to shoulder the burden of growing India's, let's say, technological arsenal was not there in this scale. And what I see today, I think, is highly encouraging, and we'll definitely like to take this forward. We have just signed an MOU. This is just a small seed. We'd like this to grow into bigger opportunities for both the organizations. And next time we come here, we'll probably have something physical to show you guys. In the meanwhile, please feel free to reach out to any of us, join us in our journey. It's very important that you lend your right minds and a little bit of investment of time from your side. And make sure that you partake or you take advantage of this growth this country is actually witnessing today, of really becoming great. Your generation is actually uniquely, let's say, blessed, because the previous generations had the burden of becoming, let's say, independent country and then building basic infrastructure and so on and so forth. So this is the time, this is the payback time, and I think you can do a great amount of work. I see a lot of what I saw during my walks, etc. And I understand that you have close to 12,000 plus 5,000 students working, and it's a very large body of students in this institution. And I'm sure you can help at least 10, 15 companies to achieve their goals and so on. In the process, you will also become excellent professionals. So I'm a little selfish, so my message is only about how to further the interests of our organizations together and how to further your interests. But in the meanwhile, we should not forget one important, let's say, thank you to the central government specifically. Last 2 tenures and now continuing to the third tenure, they have changed the strategy, and which has actually brought us all these riches. They started with something called Make in India. So Make in India was saying that, hey guys, will please come and do production in India. So they used to ask why we should come to India. You don't have technology, you don't have money, you don't have anything, I don't like you, and so on. Then they made it Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that was the thing which changed. Said, okay, fine, you don't come. What I consume, make it here. And that is what we are actually reaping the benefits from. And then a lot of investment into technology and a lot of bold initiatives. So I think, so that's a very important factor. Without that, a lot of steam goes out of our vents actually, sales. So it's very important that we get governmental support, which is there today. Most state governments are extremely encouraging. People are available. So let's do our best to make sure that we capitalize on these tailwinds and set sail for greater growth and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your insightful words. I request our Vice Chancellor to felicitate Shri Jayaram Pichai. Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely honored to request the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu to launch Shastra Vision 2035 and present copies to the dignitaries. May I please request the Honorable Governor to felicitate the core committee members of Shastra Vision 2035, comprising of the convener, Professor S. Swaminathan, Professor S. Pogarandi, Professor K. S. Rajan, Professor K. Uma Maheshwari, Professor R. John Bosco Balaguru, Professor V. S. Shankar Sriram, and Dr. S. Anuradha. Dear audience, with utmost pride and privilege, I request the Honorable Governor to deliver the Chief Guest. I apologize. May I now request with utmost pride and privilege our Honorable Governor to deliver the Chief Guest Address.
Most respected Chancellor of Sastra University, Professor Thiru R. Sethuraman, respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Vaidya-Subramanian, full-time Director and CFO, Keynes Technology, Thiru Jairam Sampa, Dean Planning and Development, Dr. S. Swaminathan, distinguished faculties, invitees, staff of the university, and my dear students. When Dr. Vaidya-Subramanian, he asked me, invited me to come to this place, I was more than excited. I had heard about it. In fact, I lost one opportunity in the past because I remember the very first year when he came to invite me, I couldn't make it because of my other commitments. So there was a sense of loss. So I happily came and had a tour of the campus, a brief tour, I must say. The positive vibrations that I could feel it here. The institutions, the infrastructures that you have created, and the work culture which you have cultivated, the team spirit which you have developed as a family, Sastra family, indeed is commendable and something to be proud of. Having a brief visit to the facilities, research facilities, and seeing the intensity of industry-academia connect here, I'm quite confident that the Sastra will go a long way in building a new Bharat, new India. I also it was a pleasant moment, maybe the coincidence, that we found the dynamic leaders of Keynes Technology, had the advantage of listening to them, and then getting a feel, a sense of how confident our young leaders of new, emerging, advanced technology field are. It has been an energizing experience for me. The occasion today has been to release the vision document of this university for the next 10 years, what we wish to achieve in the coming one decade. I have gone through it. It's very encouraging to see how this institution has been making quantum leap forward in all aspects, be it not just expansion in terms of infrastructure, but qualitative improvement, or I should say it's not improvement, but transformation. The intellectual property, you have made a quantum leap. The number of PhDs, you have gone up many times. Of course, your collaboration with industries have been something that other institutions should envy and be proud of. Friends, while I wish this university, these institutions, the very best, because we look upon this institution as one of the national assets to which the country will look forward for guidance, for the light, for the journey to the future. Here, while the university has a vision, and I can see that the vision is very much aligned with our national vision, our national vision is to be a Viksit, a fully developed India by 2047. We heard our young leader from the